Hi, my name's David Schlundt and I'm from Vanderbilt University. I represent the Community Outreach Core of the Meharry Vanderbilt Tennessee State Cancer Partnership, and this is Lessons from Team Science, a series of video blogs that will cover topics related to team science. Our motto, it's all about the work, not the worker. Today we're going to have an overview of team science. Team science was developed by scientists at the National Institutes of Health to address a number of issues that they had discovered got in the way of getting research projects, particularly collaborative projects, done. One of the issues is the fragmentation of science into separate projects run by individual investigators. While this is great for some projects, problems today are really more complex. They require multidisciplinary teams, and that they require teams work together towards common goals. The inability to work together as a team leads to disagreements, ambiguity, lack of shared language, and failures to accomplish the objectives of research projects. The solution was the development of this team science framework using findings from public health, social psychology, and business management to understand the essentials of a well-functioning team. 4 stages have been identified in team development: forming, storming, norming, and performing. Forming is at the beginning. A new team is established. There needs to be team membership. There's excitement about what the team can do. People are getting to know each other and beginning the process of working together. The storming phase is when you begin to establish the roles and responsibilities, build the lines of communication, understand what the workflow is going to be, begin to develop working relationships, and this is the stage at which conflicts really may emerge. Norming, you essentially deal with those conflicts, begin to establish procedures that allow you to work effectively together as a team. You build trust and comfort with each other. You learn to rely on each other, and the norming phase is the formation of a dynamic working team. The final stage, performing, is when the team really focuses on getting the job done, accomplishing the goals and objectives of their shared work. Trust is central to team science, and here's some of the issues in the development of trust. The first one is self-awareness. What this means is that each individual team member has to develop an awareness of strengths, weaknesses, of your communication style, of your leadership style, and really have an understanding of what your motives are in becoming part of a team and being a productive member of a team. You have to learn to relinquish autonomy, that is, buy into mutually shared goals and allow those goals to take precedence over individual interest. You have to develop trust, and there's 3 levels of trust. First is identity trust. That is where you recognize each other's motives and goals. You develop a mutual understanding. You trust that each other will act for the best interests of the team. There's calculus trust. That is, when somebody says they'll do something, you trust that they'll keep their word, that they'll meet their deadlines, that they'll complete the tasks as assigned. And then competence-based trust, trust that each team member has a unique set of skills and resources to offer, and essentially trust that others are good at what they do. Building trust, a number of strategies that can be used there. Clear role expectations, that is, we work to understand and what each of us is going to contribute and how others will contribute to the project. There's shared decision making, that is finding processes and methods to share the decisions and result in decisions that all team members will support. Conflict resolution, when there are conflicts and disagreements, figure out how to settle those, how to reach compromise, how to do so without excess negative emotion. There's embracing diversity in thoughts, skills, perspectives, experience. It's really embracing the idea that each person on the team brings something unique and valued. There's a shared vision, that is, the team members work to agree on the big picture of the purpose and the goals of the project. There's support for individual growth. All of us can grow and need to grow through time, and an effective team, a trusting team, supports each other during that process of growth. And then there's sharing recognition and credit. So acknowledging hard work, rewarding accomplishments, and making compromises. Communication is important. You might think that a good team never disagrees, and that would not be true. A good team promotes disagreement. There must be open and honest discussion. It's important to get every point of view on the table, and it's unrealistic to expect that everyone agrees all the time. There's managing conflict. Conflict will occur when you promote disagreement, and you need to find ways to manage it that will build and maintain trust. Ways of dealing with conflict include avoiding it, accommodating it, competing for the outcome, compromising, and collaborating. An effective team is able to use the correct strategy to deal with each conflict as it arises. It's very important to contain antagonism and negative emotions. Battles that result in hurt feelings are counterproductive to teamwork. Strengthening team dynamics. There's a set, again, of strategies that can work here. Fostering a collegial, open, and non-threatening environment. Recognizing and utilizing the unique strengths of all team members. Checking in at team meetings. Ask everyone how they're doing. Have a little personal time at the beginning of the meeting. Encourage open and honest communication by establishing trust. Identify and resolve disagreements early. Practice effective shared decision making. And schedule periodic assessments of group process and project progress. Set aside some time to reflect on how are we doing as a team and what can we do better. So there is a road to better teamwork. It involves self-reflection, understanding your style of thinking, feeling, and doing, and really knowing what you as an individual have to offer a team, what's unique about your set of skills. Emotions, that you recognize them, you acknowledge them, you understand them, and you learn to regulate them as part of a good team. Conflict resolution means using the strategy that best suits each situation. And then problem solving. When these disagreements and challenges occur, see them as problems to be solved. What's going on? Analyze the problem, set goals, think about what we can do to meet those goals, pick a solution, implement it, adjust based on your feedback. I hope this was a helpful overview of team science. Stay tuned for additional vlogs where we go into each of these concepts in much more detail. Thank you.